Red Bull, the team that has dominated Formula One in recent years, is facing a perfect storm of problems. What started with controversial comments from Jos Verstappen, the father of current world champion Max Verstappen, now seems to be becoming a reality. The team that once seemed invincible is showing cracks in its armor. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel to stay updated on all the F1 news. Now, let's get to it. The beginning of the 2024 season, Jos Verstappen, father of three-time world champion Max Verstappen, made statements that stirred the paddock. Amid investigations into Christian Horner's behavior, Jos didn't hold back. Red Bull will explode if Horner remains in charge. At the time, many saw this as an overreaction, but as the season progressed, his words seemed increasingly prophetic. Recently, after a series of disappointing results for the team, Jos came back into the spotlight saying, "Especially when you see how things were going at the start of the season and how they are now, they messed it all up." These words not only highlight the growing frustration within the Verstappen inner circle, but also suggest palpable tension between the Verstappen family and Red Bull's leadership, particularly Christian Horner. The timing of these comments couldn't have been more significant. They coincided with a series of setbacks for the team, both on the track and behind the scenes, raising questions about Red Bull's stability and future. Internal tensions seem to be causing an unprecedented exodus of talent. The most impactful news came with the announcement that Adrian Newey, the aerodynamic genius behind numerous championship-winning cars, will be leaving the team to join Aston Martin in 2025. Newey has been a crucial part of Red Bull's success since 2006, and his departure represents a monumental loss of knowledge and experience. But the blow doesn't stop there. Jonathan Wheatley, the team's sporting director and a respected figure in the paddock, announced that he will leave Red Bull to become the team principal of Audi when they enter F1 in 2026. Wheatley has been essential in managing the team's on-track operations, and his exit will leave a significant gap in Red Bull's operational structure. As if that wasn't enough, Will Courtney, Red Bull's head of strategy, is heading to McLaren. Courtney has been pivotal in strategic decisions that have often put Max Verstappen in a winning position. His departure to a direct competitor is particularly painful for Red Bull. These cascading exits raise serious questions about the internal environment of the team. What's causing this talent drain? And more importantly, how does Red Bull plan to fill these crucial roles? While Red Bull deals with internal turbulence, the issues on the track have also started to pile up. After a dominant start to the season, the team has faced a significant drop in performance since the summer break. The RB20, which seemed unbeatable in the early races, is now struggling on certain circuits, especially those with high temperatures and heavy traction demands. Singapore and Baku were particularly problematic for the team, with Max Verstappen and Sergio Perez struggling to keep up with the leaders. Christian Horner admitted that the team is facing challenges. "We're struggling at the moment on tracks that are hot and demanding in terms of traction." This admission is a stark contrast to the confidence displayed by the team earlier in the season. Red Bull has promised major updates for the United States Grand Prix, but it remains to be seen if these improvements will be enough to turn the tide. With McLaren making steady progress and surpassing Red Bull in the Constructors' Championship, the pressure is mounting. The team that once seemed invincible now finds itself in an unusual position, racing to catch up with its rivals. This struggle isn't just technical, but also a race against time, with every remaining race being crucial for their championship hopes. As we delve deeper into these issues, it becomes clear that Red Bull is facing its biggest challenge in years. The question now is, how will this championship team respond to this adversity, and what impact will it have on the rest of the season and Red Bull's future in Formula One? Red Bull's internal and technical problems haven't remained behind the scenes. They've dramatically manifested on the tracks. The team that started the season with an apparently insurmountable lead now finds itself in a fierce battle for the Constructors' Championship. McLaren, revitalized by recent updates, has not only caught up to Red Bull, but has overtaken them in the standings. This turnaround is a testament not only to McLaren's progress, but also to the difficulties Red Bull has faced in maintaining its development pace. Max Verstappen, despite the team's issues, still leads the Drivers' Championship. However, his advantage, which once seemed unshakable, has considerably diminished. The consistency of Lando Norris and the occasional brilliance of other drivers have cut Verstappen's margin, making the title race tighter than many had predicted mid-season. Every remaining race now carries immense weight, with the team fighting not just to maintain its position, but to regain the dominance that seemed so secure just a few months ago. With so many changes and challenges, Red Bull's future in Formula One has become a topic of intense speculation. The team faces the monumental challenge of filling the gaps left by the departures of Newey, Wheatley, and Courtney. These aren't just positions to be filled, but roles that have been fundamental to the team's culture and success. Red Bull will need not only to find competent replacements, but also to ensure that the transition is smooth enough not to compromise their on-track performance. Looking further ahead, Red Bull also needs to prepare for the new rules coming into effect in 2026. These changes, including new engine and chassis regulations, represent an opportunity to reshuffle the grid. With Adrian Newey leaving, the team will have to rely on new talent to interpret and capitalize on these rules. Red Bull's ability to navigate this transition will be crucial to maintaining its position as one of the top teams in F1. Moreover, the dynamic between the team and the Verstappen family will continue to be a point of interest. Max's commitment to the team seems solid for now, but the evident tensions in his father's comments raise questions about the longevity of this partnership. As we approach the end of the 2024 season, it's clear that Red Bull is facing its biggest challenge since becoming a dominant force in Formula One. The team that seemed invincible at the start of the year now finds itself fighting on multiple fronts, on the track, behind the scenes, and at the drawing board. However, it would be a mistake to underestimate Red Bull's resilience and resources. This is a team that has overcome adversity before, turning challenges into opportunities and proving success in F1. The question now is whether they can gather this experience and determination to overcome this turbulent moment. The coming months will be crucial. The promised updates for the United States Grand Prix could be a turning point. How the team manages the transition of key personnel and addresses internal tensions will provide a clear indication of its long-term future. And of course, the final outcome of this year's championship will significantly impact the team's morale and dynamics. One thing is certain, the rest of the 2024 season promises to be fascinating. Whether Red Bull manages to recover and reaffirm its dominance, or we continue to see a fierce battle to the end, F1 fans will be the real winners, with an exciting spectacle ahead. As the dust settles and the season comes to an end, we'll know if this period will be remembered as a mere hiccup in Red Bull's dynasty or as the beginning of a new era in Formula One. Either way, the legacy of this season will have repercussions for years to come in the world of F1. Until next time.